Alright. I gotta read this out loud. Okay. Bella's mother and father were pleased with the deal she had gotten on the salted meat, which Bella had helped her mother turn into a delicious stew they all enjoyed. After dinner, Bella was helping her mother clean up while Camden told them about the studies he would pursue once in school. I'll keep saving so I can visit you there, Bella told her brother. You just want to ride that new steam engine to Dublin. They both laughed, even their dad, when there was a loud knock on the door. Now who could that be at this hour? The sun had long set, so Bella knew had been well after 10 in the evening. Bella's father opened the door, revealing a striking stranger, who handed her father a scroll. Bella's father opened the door, revealing a striking stranger who handed him a scroll with the wax seal on it. Bella tried not to stare at the strange man with crystal blue eyes surrounded by golden lashes and eyebrows. His hair was brighter yellow, but the beard, which fell in two braids down his chest, was darker. I want more of like a description there. Like the color of I guess that's the best I can do. I think I've used that description in something else, but whatever, it gets the point across, right? The color of hay warming in the sun, you know, it's like that darker yellowish gray. You're not yellow, but yellow, whatever. Anyways, I come on behalf of the family killer to collect your daughter for her trespass this morning. Camden was on his feet, the silver eyes he shared with his father flashing in anger. Bella could see the same emotion in her father's face, but put a hand to his son's chest as he finished reading the decree. He looked at Bella, showing pain on his face as he handed the paper to her mother before running a hand through his ash-brown hair streaked with gray. Time seemed to slow down as Bella watched her mother and brother read the message, her mom turning to a bawling heap on the floor, her brother becoming more agitated as he read. He finished reading as their mom wept at his feet. What proof do you have? If you try to take her, I can go to the mainland and have the authorities here. This isn't some archaic time where you can proclaim this kind of thing. Not only has your father signed an agreement, but so has she. Killoran family is within full right to claim her. The man didn't even look at Bella as he spoke. Again, I say, where's the proof? Finally, he turned to Bella. Bella saw sadness in his eyes she had not expected. Bella, show them the rose. Her heart sank. It'd be good if that was a separated out. Okay. With a shaky hand, Bella reached into her pocket and extracted the rose. She saw the stranger's eyes drop as though he was disappointed to see it. Her brother, however, stormed from the room, proclaiming Bella dead to him as soon as he saw the proof he needed. She knew his dreams of going to Dublin for school ended as soon as the strange man with icy eyes knocked on their door. No, she thought, it ended as soon as I stepped on that property. Bella walked towards the stranger, knowing there was no other option. I'm not sure what to do with this here, because it says it's bad protocol to italicize a thought, but yet I see it happen like all the time, like even in mainstream books. But if you were to look it up in the Chicago Manual of Style, which is the main editing thing, it says not to do it. So I don't know. No, she thought. I think I'm just gonna go with the italicizing because it's what people are comfortable with. It's what I see in mainstream. So it's probably best to stay with it, okay? No, she thought. It ended as soon as I set foot on that property. Bella walked towards the stranger, knowing there was no other option. Her mother grabbed her leg, clutching at her, wailing, Bella, don't go. Your Nonna left me. Don't you leave me too. Bella knelt by her mother, shushing her, smoothing down her ashen blonde hair, searching her hazel eyes, wishing she could bring some comfort to the woman she loved so dearly. Her mother never spoke Italian, the native language of her grandmother. It hurt her too much to remember the loss of her beloved mother and stepfather who brought them to the island when Bella's mother was a very small child. Her mother always said Bella was the reminder that made her heart heal, since she looked exactly like the grand she would never meet. Mom, I'll be fine. You'll see. Have faith. Though Bella spoke the words, she didn't believe them in her heart, but wanted so much for her mother to believe. Her father wouldn't look at Bella as he pried her mother off of her, or while he held her as she wept. Bella turned her eyes to the stranger who had come to claim her, but his own eyes... I'm going to say his own gaze fell away again before he went out the door. I'm surprised you're not putting up more of a fight, the stranger said as Bella followed him out of her home, a home she would never see again. I tried fighting, and this is where it got me. Bella made a disgusted laughing sound as she mounted the horse the man provided her. Her fight with the stupid girls had gotten her in this predicament, as well as her fight with the being on the island and stuck in the past. Either way, it makes it easier on me, and I appreciate that. This isn't exactly the way I wish things to be, but proof is proof, and the written law is as it is. Well, someone ought to change the law, then. The stranger let out a short laugh as he climbed onto his mount. His horse led the way, with Bella's attached, to Killaran property, the property that bordered her family's land. Okay. Me. Stupid preposition at the end of a goddamn sentence. So the law says, the law of writing. Excuse my Rick and Morty moment. The law of writing says that you do not end a sentence in a preposition. Ending with the word then is ending in a preposition. However, in spoken word, this works. Well, someone ought to change the law then. Now, if this was to be written in the middle of the sentence, it would be a THAN, like as opposed to not changing the law, because it's an as opposed to then. But because it's at the end of the sentence, which we're breaking the law here, breaking the law of preposition, because it's at the end of the sentence, and it is meaning as opposed to, you got to add that stupid comma. That one, this, you see this, that comma changes this to an as opposed to. Whereas if that comma is not there, then that just means a moment in time. Well, you ought to change the law at some point in time, you know what I mean? So there we go. There's your little school on that, because that was something that I had to beat my head against the wall over. Chapter 3, Killaran Castle. How many chapters does this fucking thing have anyways?